What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Mystic Watch. And today, we got a brand new video. So, we're going to be going over Conquest. And specifically, we're going to be going over the Dark Element Conquest, aka Ravenous Chaos, and explaining how, as a free-to-play player, you can take on normal Ravenous Chaos, beating it with all the conditions complete. So, before we get started, I want to say thank you to everyone who watched my last video on the Benimaru, explaining how to efficiently farm him. It was one of my better videos. It was my best performing video on not Seven Deadly Sins. Sorry, brain fart. It's my best performing video on Slime, and it makes me really happy knowing that people are willing to watch it. So if you're coming from that video or you've seen it, thank you. But let's get into it. So today we're going to be talking about how to beat this without, you know, being a pay-to-play player or pay-to-win player, whatever. I'm pretty much free-to-play. I'm like still going at a decent pace. You know, I'll play every day a few hours, but it's mostly just autoing stuff. And I'm currently at the part where I'm right around 210k, 213k EP. But I was struggling to beat this mission, and I'm like, what are people doing? And I eventually got strong enough to the point where I could just beat it through Gazel, and Gazel would just rock them with his mighty sword of justice, his heaven and earth slash, if you will. And yeah, but there's a strat, there's a secret method, if you will, to taking this on with a lot of attempts, but without using your stamina. So it's not going to, like, you're going to beat it without burning your stamina, but it's going to take you a lot of attempts to do this because it's just pure RNG based. And the strat is going to be using this 3-star Alice. She's 4-star because I upgraded her, but it's a 3-star natural character that I would say like 90% of the people have already. So this is going to be the free-to-play method on how to beat this. And keep in mind that this strat is probably what's going to carry you on majority of the conquest, because this is not an orc disaster or Dark Conquest exclusive strategy. This is viable for, I would say, over half the conquest strategies, but it works differently on each one. There's a different turn where this applies, and the reason why I say turn is because if you're not familiar, Alice's first skill, Sad Russian Doll, weird name by the way, is just a straight up chance to stun a single target. And honestly, that's it. That's all it is. It's so simple, but it's what you need to win. It starts off at 10%. It's really, really important for you to get this up as high as possible, right? The further you can get this up, the less resets you have to do. So it's a direct correlation, right? Invest in this skill, and it's going to put in more work for you. Get it as high as possible. I'm going to try to max that out. I pretty much do the predators every day now, specifically for this move. Everything else is kind of mediocre. This is like one of the most important things you can max out at the moment. So make sure when you're doing your predator missions, you're maxing this out. Now, what is the strategy, right? We're going to go in, and keep in mind that there's a good chance I will just lose in explaining how to do this because it's something that requires a lot of resets, but I'm going to go over the general strat. So let's take a look. And for the rest of the team, it does not matter. Like, you need to be strong enough. Like, you don't need type elemental, like, advantage units. Like, for example, I have Gazel and Shuna, but I was able to do this before upgrading my Shuna. And I did it with, like, a mostly dark team, which is just neutral, right? So as long as you have general units that are leveled up to the point where, like, you know, you're around that 200k to 215k range, you should be pretty fine to do this. Now, the strategy here is Orc Disaster on turn 6, meaning that you can still do your turn 6, but when it's his turn to do something, it will do this: heals own HP by 40%, increases own physical attack by 200%, increases own dark attack by 200%. So what will end up happening is that move will automatically make you lose the game. And because of that, you need Alice to stun. So what the general strategy is you come in, keep in mind, I like to keep Gazelle in the back because if I was being completely like min-max, I would have Gazelle and Shuna in the back so that you can swap into them. The reason why you do that, for example, let's say my Gazelle was Shuna right now. I have no Shuna cards, right? So I would be bricked on, like, if I want to optimize how many Gazelle cards I had. So here, I'm going to swap out Soe with Gazelle. And that's kind of like how you should be playing the game. This is like not anything specific to this battle. This is just a general guide or strategy on how to attack. Oh my, why is it so slow? Goku. Shuna is really good because she changes orange to blue. And the reason why that's nice is because in this particular battle, Orc Disaster is decreased Soul of Secrets gauge by 50%, decreased Soul of Secrets damage by 50%. So if you have people who can transfer orange to any other color, I have Soe and Shuna who can do orange to blue and orange to green. Again, not necessary. People have done it without it. But it's just one of those things where, like, I can do this without using Alice at all because I have Gazelle and I have this color changer. Let's do this. Yeah, look at that damage. Oh my god, does my Shuna does more damage than my Gazelle? Wait, did I see that right? Yo, Shuna might be low-key cracked. Yeah, let's do blue. Okay, here we go. Boop, boop, boop. Don't do that. Why would you do that? Yeah, my Shuna... Hey, yo, Shuna's kind of nuts. Eee. I don't like that. Here, I would swap out Shuna for Soe. I would do color swap. These two and that. And for the most part, like, I'm on track to kind of just beat him anyways. There's like a good chance I could have just beaten him on this run if I reset Gazelle's super attack to actually just crit. But okay, so here we go. This is the turn where, let's say you're roughly in this spot and you're unable to beat Orc Disaster. You're going to be like, well, what do I do? I'm just stuck, right? Because he's going to do his attack and it's going to suck, right? So what you do here, you bring in little girl. And keep in mind that I could probably just kill him from this point, right? But I'm trying to show the strat. And it's as simple as pressing this button. And I missed. And that's it. You miss, you just retry. You literally just retry. I'm just doing this to see if I can actually kill. Probably not because of the 50%. Yeah. And there you go. So this is what it looks like, right? And you just lose. There's nothing you can do. He heals too much. He has too much damage. He'll kill you on this turn as well. So what do? You just retire. You don't actually lose any stamina. Just retire and do it again. and you just go back in. If you saw in the beginning, I had 25 stamina before, and I still have 25 stamina. So you just give it another shot, and you do it again. Now, the one thing I do want to, and I'll go through it a second time just so I can show the next part, because this is not reliant on anyone in particular. For the most part, you'll probably have one unit on your team that has a strong single target hit, and it could just be Benimaru. Everyone should have Benimaru roughly. If you're at this point in the game, you probably should have like at least a level 92 Benimaru. Mine's 96. But once you get Benimaru's ultimate, what you can do is you can do Battle Rush into Dark Flame Slash and keep resetting for the crit, and I'll show you how that works. So here we'll swap Benimaru with Gazelle, and we'll go a little bit faster this time, right? So I don't need the explanation. Yeah, that's crazy that my Shuna just kind of hits like a truck. We'll do the Soe skill. Yeah, that's what we like to see. I probably shouldn't have done it to blue. Getting the Shion is better. Whoa, look at you go, Shuna. Hit him like a truck. And if you're like, well, I don't have any light units, it doesn't really matter. I was like pretty overkill without having Shuna on my team with only Gazo. And we're going to get, everyone has a 4-star free-to-play Milim from beating the story on chapter 7. We're going to be getting a mission that actually gets you that Milim up to 5-star, which will be more than enough to just do things, right? Like, yeah, there we go. Bum bum ba dum bum bum. Do this. Everything will be blue. I'm going to hit like a truck. Yeah. Ooh, that was a big hit. We're just doing this for fun. Nice 5-hit combo. And yeah, like I can just win here, but I'm going to show you the reset real quick. So let's say like my Gazelle doesn't crit here, right? And you're like, man, that's not enough damage. And maybe he only does like 8k. And you're like, wow, that's really pathetic. Like that's not enough damage. So what are we gonna do? You just do exactly this, put out the game, load it up again, and you'll be able to redo the turn. So I'll pause here and I'll get back into it. And when you get back in, it'll just ask you to resume the battle, and you'll be able to redo that turn. And that's really it. Nothing else to it. And here we go. Like we're on the same turn. Bum bum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum 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 bum. There we go. I don't want to keep resetting. So let's see if we can get the stun. There you go. So you hit the stun. Yes, yes. Oh, I'm just gonna win anyways. But you hit the stun and you get 2 more turns to live. And if for whatever reason you can't beat it by turn 8, you can technically go for a second stun. But yeah, that's pretty tough. So that's the general strategy. Hopefully that helps out. This can be, same exact strat can be used on expert, and it can be used on a lot of the other of the conquest ones, but they're done on different turns. I'm going to make one on every single conquest to give you guys an idea, but the main thing is getting that normal done so you can at least start farming the dark magic core or whatever magic core for your specific conquest and start building up your characters. That's it for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If this was helpful, please let me know, and let me know what else you want to see. That's it for now, and I'll see you all next time.